So my name is Aditya, and I'm from Vishal Infotech. Vishal Infotech was established in 1999, and we are into IT distribution of products, mainly into the printing segment. Uh, Distributor of Canon, PDAC, Honeywell, Zebra, TAC. So we have Canon as one pillar, and AIDC products. Those are your automatic identification products as another pillar. So in that we have various products like Zebra, Honeywell, TVSC, TSC.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So before getting into like formal conversation, like, tell us about your story, sir. Like college life, sir. Like how did you get into this journey?
So I would like to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Uh, it's about entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
So is entrepreneur made or born? This is the question I think everyone will be getting this.
He's been made.
He's being made. So if he's being made, there's a journey for that entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
So we are from a Marwadi family.
Okay.
So everyone says that is in the blood, but it's not in the blood. It's about how the upbringing is. So we have always seen that our parents, our relatives were into the business, and they keep discussing the things in the family, and that gets cultivated in us to start business, to explore more opportunities. This was way back in 2008. I was just 13 years old that time, and there was a Canon event in Bangalore. There was a product launch of Canon printer, and I was very curious. So I just went to a stall and I was just asking a few questions about the printer. Uh, Mr. Sajeevan that time, he was heading the print business of Canon, and he was next to me. And he suddenly asked, Aditya, can you show me a demo about this printer? And I was like, yes, surely, why not? Because I one thing which was there from the beginning was I was very curious about a lot of products. One funny instance was when I was around 8 years old. You would have seen this joystick
A video game control.
car,
Ah,
which
remote
is
control.
yeah. Earlier it was tied with a wire, and now it is all wireless. So what I did was I took that two wire and put it in a socket. Then what happens to it? So all this instance, we just learn from all our mistakes, what we do. So you need to be always curious when you're an entrepreneur. Coming back to the life story, so when Mr. Sajivan asked me, can you show me a demo? And I was very confident about it. And I showed him a demo, and he was like, it's fantastic. That was like 13-year-old showing a demo over there in front of about 300 people. After that, he published this article in Canon Leap magazine, which is circulated all over India to all the Canon distributors and IT fraternity. And after that, these are few instances where it motivates you to do more as an entrepreneur. Uh, this was way back in 2008. Then I finished my 10th in 2010, did my graduation in 2015. As soon as I entered college, with college, I was looking after my business also. And when you enter a business at a young age, you get to know a lot of things. Um, as a business, you need to start from the scratch, meaning a platform is set for you when you're taking over your dad's business or any family business, but still you need to understand a lot of things which are there into the business. When I entered to my business, it was a very unorganized business. Retail in India is still unorganized. Um, when I entered the business, it took me time to analyze how can we make it organized, because there's something called centralization and decentralization. All the powers was centralized to a place. We had to decentralize all these things to grow. So after that, the journey began, and now it's 2023, and we have grown over the past 15 years after I taking charge of this business.
Like from the beginning itself, you were grown up to be an entrepreneur. You had no other ambition.
So I wanted to do my MBA, but there were some family circumstances where I had to join my business. And see, until unless you see the world, you will not know what exactly it is. So when I was a child, I saw two failures of people who were close to the family, who did not take up the family business, who just wanted to do some more things, whatever their ambition was. See, not many people become successful in entrepreneurship, but you need to be dedicated towards the goal what you have set. And if you do that, then you will grow. But if you want to do a lot of things within that small span of time, I think it's very difficult to do it
Money
until
exists
unless
in the
yeah, until unless you are not process driven.
Okay. Yes, sir. So can you tell us about the nature of your business? Like, what is the business environment that you work in?
So currently we are into IT distribution. Our major strength is the distribution network which we are having all over India, and especially Karnataka, because we started the business in Karnataka. Currently close to 1400 dealers we are active dealers we are supplying to. These are our extended arms. So as a distribution, we cannot go everywhere. We need our extended arms like the dealers, system integrators, small system integrators. That is, you call it as retail system integrators, solution providers, corporate resellers, government resellers. So there are a lot of dealers and distributors who will be supplying this to end customers.
Okay, sir. So you have been in this industry for more than 15 years. So like you have seen the industry transform itself because like way back in 2000, since the industry was different, and now with internet and AI, the industry is a whole lot different. So you have been constantly updating yourself also to adapt to the change.
Correct.
So how did you observe? How did you see this change and observation from your perspective?
Yes, way back in 2008, 2010, it was really hard to market your product. There were a lot of limitations. The same thing if you see people who are entering now into the business due to digital marketing and due to WhatsApp and many other platforms, it has become easy for them to market now. Speaking about the industry specific, earlier it was 100% channel business. That is, the customer used to come to the retailer and then he used to buy the product. But now we are seeing that there's online, there's LFRs, there's modern trade. So under modern trade, LFR comes like your Reliance and Chroma.
What is LFR, sir, if you don't know?
Large format retail.
Okay.
So these are your Reliance, Chroma, GeoMart, all these things. Now see, in future, if you see all these things like online plus retail, all the retailers need to have a omni-channel. That is, they need to have their retail presence also and their online presence
Digital
also.
presence.
So both the things are required. The way the infrastructure is expanding, the way the city is expanding, I don't think so. Not lot many will be able to expand their business in that way, except the capitalists like LFRs. They can set up their store in almost every area. But do you think normal store would be able to
No,
cater to
obviously.
everyone?
They are big competitors in the market.
Yes, they are big competitors in the market. So one challenge our industry is facing right now is people who are there in this retail segment are not changing very fast. The people who are already changing are seeing tremendous growth in this.
Okay. So like since you told like people only change in this like they will survive to the next level. So what is the specific quality or the attributes that you expect this industry demands in the entrepreneur who is working in this industry specifically?
See, when you see retail, see, we need to divide our business into B2B and B2C. So when you see B2C, there are some other priorities like touch and feel of the product, store development. Uh, I'm surprised that a lot of retailers still do not have their own CRM. When I started in 2010 going to the market, I used to tell everyone at least maintain a book. You don't have to have an application for it and pay for it. Maintain a book, have all the contacts, and then again reach out to your customer again. They are not your one-time customer; they are customer for life. So in retail perspective, right now, if you're seeing, there are two ways now: online or offline. In if you are seeing the customers, they will prefer offline first if they're having that infrastructure that they can go there, spend some time in the store. For a small example, in Sarjapur Road, there was no computer store over there, but whoever came first over there, they have done good business over there. So first the customer sees offline. They want to feel the product, see the product, let someone explain about the product. Then they see the online pricing and other thing that comes next. And omni channel is one thing which both all the everyone should implement it. That is your retailers also, and even the online players who are just surviving on online, even they need to come into the retail, at least have some few stores in the city, so that they can have the touch and feel of the product.
Any day the experience can only be conveyed through the online
That's
sources.
right.
Yes, sir. So like to get into before getting into the professional side, like can you tell us some experience where the funny experience or very interesting experience you faced in the business line? Because you work in a very regional areas and all you cover all the urban and rural areas. So any unforgettable moments or experience in this business line?
So unforgettable events. We are into channel distribution, and our dealers are the main uh, uh, core things which we have to look into. And I still remember back then there was some Canon incentive program, and the dealer over there, he had to just do some 10 or 15 printers more, and he was like, no, I will not do it because you have increased the price by 5%. So the increase of price was by Canon, so we have to in turn increase the price. And see, when you are into this distribution mode, you need to have a very strong relationship with your retailers. And with that, we did have very strong relation, and we do have now. uh, but at that time, and he did not do that 10-15 printers, and that was the time I came out of the store and I was in tears. Because when I'm doing so much for you, at least you need to respect us to do the same thing. So this was one instance, and then afterwards I analyzed you need to have your business life and professional life, professional life and personal life and professional life both in a different way, and you need to work in more professional way with these people.
Yes, sir. So we also spoke about more of the past. Like, let's move on to the future. Like, where do you see your business will be in upcoming decades? Because there's a huge transition happening. Like the social media is shifting from normal to meta, and there is more involvement of AIs, which is happening in your industry also. So how do you see, like, where is your business moving towards in the future?
So earlier we were only into trading of products. Now we have a solution team who is taking care of all the solution. In future, let me tell you one thing: just trading the product would not do. That is for sure, because anyone can trade the product. Anyone can get the product at a lower price, sell it at a lower price. But you need to have a solution. And if you're talking about artificial intelligence, it's definitely going to play a big role. Giving you a small example, simply everyone will be having a printer at home.
Most probably.
And we run for ink cartridge at the last moment when we require it.
Only before the assignment dates will all
Yes, yes. So if you have an artificial intelligence that we get to know as soon as your printer ink is getting over, and we deliver it to you. This is
you're
one
like predicting the demand before it's the customer
yes,
purchases.
yes. We'll get to know how you're printing, what is your consumption.
Behavioral
Analysis, yes. So this would help. Second thing is, when I was studying, and it was told that retailers would have a robot, and they will tell you what size of apparel will you wear by just seeing you, and all those things. That is coming to a reality now.
Yeah, it's obviously it's augmented reality.
That was a concept earlier.
Before it's a fiction, now it's a reality.
Now it's a reality. So even we are seeing in our business that all these customizable products would come. So if you want to go and build a PC, right now you will be taking a research of everything and doing it. If you can just speak to someone,
a chatbot or
just
tell
that this is my requirement, and he makes the whole configuration of the system and give it to you. So a lot of things would come, and especially when the 5G networks coming in, the speed of internet, and a lot of things you can do over that. A lot of application would start working on this. There's one challenge in our business of credit, which most of the distribution have this challenge. This is a hindrance. Coming forward, there's a solution for that also. So currently, a lot of NBFCs, and if you see, a lot of applications are coming in, wherein
to bridge the gap between
bridge the gap between these two, and where the seller is not involved in the payment at all. so they can concentrate totally on your business.
So you say like AI and all the machines will do a major part.
Yes,
into
yes,
it.
definitely that will.
Okay.
Because the products also in future will come along with the integration with AI.
Okay. So since you have sustained for a long time in this industry, so definitely you would have involved so much strategies in your line that will differentiate yourself from the your competitors. So can you tell us about some of your strategies that made you stand and beat situations in your business line?
So first thing was our system, how we take the order, how we execute the order, all these things we simplified it so that our turnaround time reduces, and we are successful in this. Uh, I think all businesses should now get into this software,
Yes.
wherein it optimizes your work rather
Human
than
errors
get
are
yes
reduced.
human errors gets omitted, but a lot of people don't want to invest on this, so they need to invest on this and they need to um reduce that time. Coming to strategies, there are few things which we have learned from our elders, from our colleagues. So one strategy which we did was A to A, B to B, C to C. So that was attention to action. Attention to action is whatever the action is happening in the market, you need to be aware about it, and you need to formulate policies according to that. Second one was B2B, which was back to basics. We try to do a lot of things here and there, but we forget our core things. So let us get back to the basics. If you're not able to do the goal what you want to achieve, let us come back to the basics. Third thing was closer to the customer, which is very much required. Uh, Anyone can fool you in the market.
Yeah, they're
Let-
waiting to fool us.
Let it be your employee, let it be your dealer, but if you're closer to the customer, you'll be able to do it. One instance was when we were selling these printers, a lot of dealers said, "Why Canon? Why not HP or Epson? Why should we sell Canon?" And our market share was around 18 to 20% that time. So we said, rather than again, we have done our efforts on our dealers, and the results we were not getting that high. So what we did was we went to closer to customers. We ask the customers what is their requirement. Suddenly, you go to a RTO office, and there'll be a lot of photocopy shops who will be giving you photocopies of your Aadhaar, PAN, and everything. We try to pitch our Canon product over there. So as soon as the demand from that area came to the market again, our market share increased.
So you seized the opportunity.
Yes.
You saw an opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. One thing that you really like and hate about this industry. It's not like hate that you wanted to change in this about the nature of the industry. So which would be the thing that you like first?
So first thing is every time we think about negative first.
This
So you need to be positive, but at back of your mind you need to have all your negative things also. What can be improved? So one thing is that our industry is still unorganized. The retail is still unorganized, which needs to get organized. This is one thing which I tell everyone to change. You will not survive if you are just having a shop over there. You are waiting for the customer to come. Then you will pitch in your products. It's not going to help. The industry has changed. You need to have your presence everywhere. Let it be digital marketing, or let it be influencer marketing. So everywhere you need to your presence should be there. You need to cater to all your customers. Let it be he wants to buy from online or he wants to buy from offline. So all the places your presence should be there. This one thing I want to change in the industry, and lot of consultancy people have come to us and asked how can we cater to this, but currently the mindset of people to not invest more to grow their retail is one thing which is keeping them back.
Okay. So that's from the business end. So
Yeah.
now you see from the I mean the owners end, like the people around your community. So you on the entrepreneur community. So you see that it takes a lot to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
It differs from an employee to be an entrepreneur. So what would you say the major changes that you adopted from that end to this end?
So, as an entrepreneur, the commitment what you give is very important.
The risk factor and
Yes. So, whatever you commit, you need to do it, and you need to be disciplined. You cannot let go your things that okay, we'll do it later. The opportunity lost is lost. You can't get it back. Uh, Apart from that, your practices. See, whatever it may be, you need to be ethical. That is good for your long term. Maybe in short term you can earn, but shortcuts, it will not
Won't
earn
work
you.
for long term.
It won't. Definitely it will not. So you need to have your ethical practices. You need to be transparent too.
Mm.
You can't hide things with your stakeholders. So as for how if you're transparent, then everything's in order.
So you have clearly you have figured out a way to balance both personal and your professional life.
I was just reading an article few days back where even Narayan Murthy could not do it.
So we are trying to do that.
Because if you see, Narayan Murthy could not give time for his child.
Mm.
There's a big article on it.
Yeah.
Still, we need to figure out because it is the priorities.
Yeah.
So if you are into business, you need to prioritize things. Sometimes you need to see. Life is about compromise. That is for sure. You need to compromise things. You need to see which is better. You need to do your decision making. That decision may be right or wrong. That is you get to know in future.
So in order to get something, you have to give something.
Yes, for sure.
So tell me about like the qualities that to sustain this business. So basically there need to be a quality to stay in the business as a market leader. So some qualities of you or some qualities you expect from your market leaders that is specific for this industry, distribution industry, or the star, or the qualities or the attributes you can say.
So I've already talked about this, like your ethical practices, transparencies, all these are
All
attributes
this.
to the business also. And see, one thing is we need to be process driven. If you are not process driven, you cannot do. So you need to invest in your people, the employees, who will be your future extended arms, and the relationship what you build in the market that stays long.
Okay. So, where do you draw the government in this equation? Because their changes in the policies and the laws also could affect the distribution industry. So, how does the government and other external factors affect your industry?
It does affect. So when the GST came in,
Mm.
everything was at 18%. Our printers was at 28%. So definitely it impacts our business, but nothing is permanent. Change is only permanent. So it changes.
Okay. So, we are moving towards the final rounds of the question. Like, do you have a secret mantra for your business? Specific for you?
Secret mantra. See, do what you like. That is the first thing. If you don't like it, leave it. You will not grow in that. When I start my day, I hear to music which I like, and then I start off my day. And always start your day on a high. Never think about negative.
Okay.
Like I earlier said, you need to have your negatives at back of your mind. You need to do your SWOT analysis. You need to know your threats. Everything is there, but you need to start it positively. So my success mantra is be positive, look for opportunities. It is all around you. There was a saying that if in a bicycle there are gears, but if you don't know how to switch the gears, then you'll be riding slow. You'll be riding slow. So you need to know where to switch your gears as an entrepreneur.
So, any suggestions for the people who's trying to get into your business line? Like,
See, in IT sector, the business is huge, and if you see, don't get into trading. Just trading of products would not do. That is saturation level now. You need to get into solutions. You need to understand the customer requirement. Let it be segment specific. You want to do colleges. You want to do medical. You want to do education.
to target the people.
Yeah, you need to target the people, and then grow in that, and build a infrastructure to these people. Consult them for the IT products what they require. That will do, rather than just selling the product. Because if you just type that model number in the online,
Yeah.
you will get all the information about it. But if you tell me that was I'm taking attendance, earlier you used to take attendance in a register, and that used to take almost 30 minutes of time. Now you just punch in your thumbprint. How much time will it take? It will not take much. So it's all about how you reduce time and the hindrances, all the pain points which an industry or a person is having, and how can you reduce that. So all these things are.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Like, it was a great interaction with you.
Thank you.
It was so insightful and it was very experience. It was filled with your experience rather than just advices on life. It was very interactive. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you for giving me the opportunity.
Sure.